Fala galera, mais outro dia aqui no Honkai está. Fala outro dia, tá todo mesmo dia os 3 vídeos, né? Vídeo, 6 vídeos que eu gravo também. Enfim, legal. O que eu tenho que fazer agora? Eu posso ir para o próximo mapa. Acho que eu vou fazer as paradas de... Isso daqui eu não vou fazer agora, então eu vou fazer essas missões de... Vai fazer as missões de... Companion.
Let's take it in turns. You rest. I'll stand guard.
Natasha. Normalmente eu falo com você sobre você, Natasha. Galera, precisa de ajuda, Natasha?
You came at a good time. There is something you can help me with. According to my patient records, there are a few that haven't come for their follow-up visits.
Vixe.
It happens from time to time, but never as regularly as this. I'm a bit concerned. Have you heard of the Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society?
Não? Parece suspeito.
I agree. Generally speaking, mutual aid societies like these allow patients to share their experiences and support each other. It's a way of countering all the negative emotional effects of being ill. But there might be more to this society than that. I've got a few patients who have started refusing treatment since joining the society. It certainly makes you wonder. The most suspicious part is that no matter how much I ask, no one's ever willing to tell me anything about it. And that's where you might be able to help.
Preciso ir disfarçado?
It sounds dangerous, but what I want you to do is actually very simple. Investigate this so-called mutual aid society and find out what exactly they're up to. If I find out they're preventing me from doing my job, or if they're bringing harm to my patients, I won't just sit on the sidelines. Can I entrust you with this task?
Você quer fazer você?
You're as considerate as always.
Você tudo, minha...
This little clinic has huge numbers of patients to deal with every day. If I didn't have you here to help me out, I wouldn't be able to focus on giving them quality care. Good luck. I'll be sure to thank you properly when you're back.
Velho.
I've seen you in the clinic. You run errands for Natasha, right?
Que é Natasha?
Don't play dumb. I might be sick, but my eyes still work. Let me guess. Natasha wants you to persuade me to go back for a follow-up visit, right? What's the use? I'm terminal. Life will be over before I know it.
Qual foi o
Of course
diagnóstico?
not. I read it in a book. Every book I read has descriptions that match my symptoms exactly. I can diagnose myself with a dozen incurable diseases before I get halfway through. For people in my situation, a follow-up visit is just a waste of time and money. Not to mention medicine.
Tá nada com você se juntando àquela sociedade, né?
Mutual aid, what now? What are you talking about? What else is there to say? Natasha was seeing me free of charge. She said I could keep a tab running for as long as I liked, then pay it back when I had the opportunity. I guess I'm too proud.
Mano, mano, já era uma coisa mais a vida.
You think I need you to tell me? Don't try and persuade me. I've already thought this through. Dr. Vash never charged me anything either. Natasha's great, but Vash was always my number one.
Yeah, Sebastian.
Natasha's brother. They both used to practice medicine back in Rivertown. I heard he was a top student from the Overworld Medical Academy. Belobog's main hospital wanted him. I have no idea what convinced him to set up down here. A kind heart, maybe.
De graça? Como assim?
Dr. Vash was a people's doctor. He handed out free medicine. He even followed up with detailed questions on how he felt. The Underworld is always short on medical resources. They say that Dr. Vash made all his own medicine himself.
Então por que ele não vai pra ele?
I heard that he passed away. I should keep my voice down. Don't go telling anyone else about this next bit. I heard that Natasha had something to do with Dr. Vash's death. They say she was jealous that her brother had stolen her patients, so she...
Você acredita nisso?
It's just something people were saying. I don't think Dr. Natasha could do something like that. Forget I said anything. Since Dr. Natasha sent you over specially, I'll do her a favor. I'll go to the clinic for my follow-up a little later. Bye for now.
Avoiding a follow-up visit due to money issues. I should find another patient to talk to.
What was that? Oh, you'll have to be louder. My ears aren't what they used to be. Everything's muffled.
Eu queria perguntar por que você não foi pra...
Follow-up visit.
Conta pro médico.
Is that what you're asking about? Natasha's a wonderful girl. She always gives me a thorough checkup. But at this age, it's rather a lot to bear. Even if they could cure me, I'm sure I wouldn't be around for long. I don't want to waste anyone's time.
Eu devia ouvir pra
That
Natasha.
girl's always trying to get me to take my medicine on time. I know her heart's in the right place. My husband had the same illness as me, but he never touched the medicine. He wanted to make sure I had enough. Then, one day, he said he needed to take care of some things at the mine. He never came back. He was forever saying he wanted to go before I did. Ah, selfish old fool. I miss him. Now that he's gone, who cares how long I stick around?
A Natasha se importa.
Wrong, I suppose. That girl certainly spares me no effort. But I always feel like I'm a burden to her. Okay, you win. It's off for another follow-up visit with Dr. Natasha, I suppose. Did you want to say something else? My ears are terrible.
Você já ouviu da sociedade?
Who?
Ok.
Where have you been?
Mutual Society Aid.
All right, I heard you. Do you have to shout? No, I've never heard of any mutual aid society.
Vamos pro próximo.
Avoiding a follow-up visit due to her husband. I should find another patient to talk to.
Opa.
Why haven't I gone for my follow-up visit? Are you a patient too, or did Dr. Natasha send you over?
Eu
Who
fico
else
fazendo
would care
isso.
about people like me? I don't need Dr. Natasha's help now. Tell her to save her worries and medicine for other people. Dispute? No. She's the only kind-hearted doctor in the Underworld. I just don't really approve of her methods, that's all. Too idealistic and no real efficacy. She tries to save everyone, which means she can't save anyone. In the end, it's the patients who suffer, and she just tires herself out. Miners like me don't have time for lengthy treatments. If I can't take something and get right back to work, I may as well lie down and wait for death to come knocking. Did you, know Dr. Vash? His wonder medicine is cheap, and the results are immediate. You just need to, be willing to, take a little risk. Dr. Vash's medicine is different. Lots of people make a full recovery after taking it, but some get worse. And the unlucky ones check out early. Even knowing the risk, most people fight tooth and nail to get hold of the medicine. You know why?
Não sabia.
You've clearly never been in really dire straits. When life forces you to the edge, you'll throw yourself at any opportunity, even if it means risking it all. For people like us, a slow and torturous treatment is the same as a death sentence. If it's between that and a quick result, we'll take the latter. Forget it. Why am I telling you all this? Dr. Vash is dead anyway.
Tá, mas se eu falar que eu concordo contigo.
What? Now you're interested in the wonder medicine? Listen up. The Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society is still selling that medicine. I can tell you where they trade, but there's a rule. You must not tell any of this to Dr. Natasha. You hear? If you break the rule, you'll face the consequences. Here, take this. It's the address. A final warning. Do not reveal this information to Natasha.
I know where to find the wonder medicine. What should I do next? That patient didn't want me to tell Natasha about this. Should I listen to him?
Vamos contar pra Natasha primeiro. Natasha! Tem mais treta aqui. Vou descobrir. É, Natasha, seguinte.
So the Mutual Aid Society found Vash's research results, and now they're selling this so-called wonder medicine to patients? Any organization doing something like this is interested in more than just mutual aid.
Não, o paciente disse que
As a doctor, I
estava.
don't accept
Os
that.
pacientes estavam
I'm
risco.
responsible for their well-being. My attitude towards this wonder medicine won't change. What Vash left behind is nothing more than reagents and experimental byproducts. The word medicine doesn't apply here. I warned the patients countless times, but seems like they had their heads in the sand all along. No wonder they kept the Mutual Aid Society a secret from me. Thank you. Those patients weren't exactly singing my praises. Thank you for having faith in me. If you're curious about Vash's wonder medicine, you should ask some of the patients in the clinic. See what they have to say about the effects.
Some people say that Dr. Vash was a saint who came from the overworld to help those in need. I don't buy it. People's doctor. That's just what people who've bought into the myth like to say. Vash used to distribute free medicine all the time, but he couldn't have cared less about the people taking the medicine. The hard truth is that we were just his test subjects. It didn't matter if the medicine worked or not. What mattered was having a constant stream of willing lab rats. Of course, I can't control what anyone else thinks. That's just how I see it.
Então, como é que tá?
The medicine Vash left behind? That stuff. Can you even call it medicine? I know Dr. Natasha's here, but I have to tell it like it is. Vash had zero medical ethics. He didn't deserve the title doctor. He may have had the capability, but he didn't use it to help anyone. Whenever I went to see him, he never even asked about my illness. He just prescribed me his so-called wonder medicine. If it were you, would you have taken that medicine?
Natasha. Seguinte.
I still haven't worked out how to convey it to you. The issues surrounding Vash. My relationship with him. The things he's done in the Underworld. It's a long story. I'm guessing you've heard a lot of different opinions on Vash. What do you make of him?
Ele era insano.
I can understand that. I want you to go and visit another patient, a victim of the wonder medicine. I want you to see the real consequences of abusing that medicine. Once you've understood her situation, come back and tell me what you think. After that, I want to ask for your help again.
Ah, é. Contra a vítima dessa medicina. E aí?
Who are you?
Eu sou amigo da Natasha.
And who am I?
Sou um dos pacientes da Natasha, lembra?
Where's my husband? And where's my child? Where are they? You know where they are, right?
Tenta ficar calma.
They don't know. Nobody knows. Where did they go?
Come over here, child. It's best to leave that poor lady in peace.
Olá?
Let me explain. That poor lady. Both her husband and child became ill and passed away.
O que ela fica assim?
Yes. Before her family passed away, she was a carefree young woman. Her husband and child caught a mysterious illness. The symptoms weren't grave, but their livelihood was certainly impacted. In order to try and rid themselves of the ailment once and for all, they bought some kind of wonder medicine. Who would have thought their condition would deteriorate so rapidly after they began using it? The two began to suffer terribly, such that death became a blessing. It wasn't long before they departed this world, one after the other. From that moment on, she became as you see her now. If Dr. Natasha hadn't taken her under her wing, well, it doesn't bear thinking about.
Só com
And yet, what
veneno.
more could have been done? They were warned about the medicine. They were told about the risks. And they chose to roll the dice. Talking about it tires me out. At least my husband and I are able to help her where we can. I just hope that one day she can lead a normal life again.
Fala pra Natasha. Natasha. Voltei.
Did you speak to her? The look on your face. I'm assuming you've come to understand the wonder medicine all too well.
Tipo, pra venânncia e medicina.
Be it VASH or the Mutual Aid Society, forces like that can take full advantage of the typical underworld state of mind. Let me tell you a story. There was once a brilliant overworld doctor with unmatched pharmaceutical skill. The doctor was set on developing a medicine that would steel the human body against the cold. He named his research project Blizzard Immunity. But his research met with obstruction time and time again, the biggest factor being a lack of test subjects. Tampering with the human immune system carries huge risk, and nobody in the overworld was willing to submit themselves to such experiments. As such, the doctor got in touch with his sister in the underworld, claiming that he wanted to support the medical effort below ground. Naturally, his sister was overjoyed. After all, as far as medicine was concerned, her brother had always been the standard she'd strive to attain. She brought her brother underground and entrusted him with her clinic and laboratory. I think you know what comes next. Free medicine to the needy was just Vash's way of conducting experiments on his test subjects. On some level, his reagents were able to alleviate the patient's suffering, but nothing more. They would forget their pain for a while and neglect their regular treatment plans. The result? Patients with mild illness would attribute their recovery to the so-called wonder medicine, while patients with serious illness would quickly deteriorate and sometimes die. I cannot accept that their fate was simply the result of misfortune or risk. No true doctor would accept that. That's why I want you to help me recover all the wonder medicine. Are you willing to take on this assignment?
Alguém tem que fazer a coisa certa.
This will be hard for the people that have come to rely on the wonder medicine, but it's up to us to remove this false hope. You mustn't hesitate. Recover every last reagent that Vash left behind. I'll take responsibility for the consequences. Don't worry about that. Go. I'll be waiting for the good news.
Tem que ir lá na Riva de Tal. Então, teleportar aqui que eu acho que eu tenho. Eu acho que tem uma parada por aqui. Ei. O que? Isso aqui é seu? Pode enfrentar gás coin. Pô, pegou uma água sólida. Aí, show.
Stop right there. No one's allowed up ahead.
Eu tô aqui pra comprar o bagulho.
You're that clinic woman's lackey. Did you think the Mutual Aid Society didn't have its own intel? She's after our medicine and sent you here to smash the place, right? Man,
Não tá errado.
and send this idiot packing already.
Não tá errado. Então eu não dar porrada mesmo, né?
What a headache.
Resolvi na da porrada, vai ser mais fraco.
Time to twirl! A sharp scythe needs targets.
Well, look who we have here.
Olá.
Your reputation precedes you, outsider. I didn't take you for a bandit and a thief.
Quer
You
você?
listen here. I'm the president of the Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society. The medicine we hold here is lifeblood for many of our members. Are you sure you want to deprive them of that? Those poor patients. Along comes a life-saving wonder medicine only to be snatched away by a shameless bandit like you. The Underworld is full of sickness. What would happen if we left it all to that clinic to treat? My Mutual Aid Society has relieved that doctor of patients at the end of the road. Shouldn't she be thanking me?
Natasha nunca desistiu de paciente.
Seems like you are quite bent on dismantling our operations, aren't you?
Um plano,
Seeing
né?
as you came all this way, it'd be rude not to give you the opportunity. Men, seize the medicine thief.
Mais pra tomar porrada aqui, né?
Don't mess with me.
Perhaps you still don't.
Well.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Time to twirl! What a headache.
Problema resolvido. Quer mandar mais?
What did we ever do to you? Why are you
Quer mandar mais? Só tem já porrada na...
Moneymaker?
Muito negro por aqui.
So you admit it then. You're not in this to save lives, you're in it to get rich.
Sheesh.
What are you doing here? Oh, as if we didn't have enough trouble already.
Selling fake medicine with false kindness. You should have expected trouble to find you sooner or later. I have a responsibility to protect the well-being of my patients. Or to put it